Hello, my name's Adam, and in this video I'd like to share an idea with you. And the idea is, can we hear from God using music? Now that might sound a bit strange, and I don't know what you believe. I don't know if you believe in God, or if you definitely don't believe in God, or if you believe in lots of different gods, or you're not very sure, or you've never really thought about it and you don't know what I'm talking about. And that's all fine. I hope that you can use this video and that it will be useful, whatever you believe. For me, I call myself a Christian, and that means lots of different things to different people. For me, it means that I love God, that God loves me, that I can talk to God, so that's essentially praying, is speaking to God, but also that I can hear from God in all sorts of different creative ways. And I think that's the case for anyone. I think anyone can hear from God if they're open and if they're willing to give it a go. And that's what we're going to do today. And hearing from God can happen in all sorts of different ways. So I'm going to improvise a piece of music. So improvise just means make something up on the spot without planning it in advance. And I'm going to use an instrument that I have just next to me here. I'll show it to you in a minute. And while you're listening, I'd encourage you to just be aware of what's happening. So before we play the music, I'm going to sort of get you to do some breathing and be aware of your body and what's going on in your mind. And then when you listen to the music, you might see something, you might see an image, like a picture in your mind. You might be reminded of something. You might think of a person or a place. You might have a sentence or a word in your head that goes around while you're listening to the music. You might feel something in your body. You might feel very relaxed or irritated or excited. Whatever you experience will be only for you. So everyone will experience this in a completely different way, and that's fine. And that's the exciting thing about God. He speaks to us in our own way, in the way that we can hear him best. You might not really hear anything. You might just listen to the music and think, oh yeah, that's okay. So we'll do that in a bit. But I thought you might want to see the instrument that I'm going to use. So here it is, and I wonder if any of you know what this is. What's this? It's quite an unusual instrument. Most people haven't come across these. It's also a very simple instrument. It's called a psaltery, and it's spelt with a P, strangely, so Psaltery. It's also sometimes called a harp or a lyre. And I don't know if you've heard the story of David and Goliath. It's a story from the Bible. If you've not heard it before, ask someone, because it's an amazing story. But David, he killed the giant Goliath, but he also did some other things as well. And one of the things that he did was he was a sort of servant to the king. So King Saul, and he was the servant to King Saul. And King Saul used to get these voices in his head, these like really horrible voices that would, I doesn't say what they were saying, but they were really upsetting for him and he didn't like it. And so what he did is he asked David, who happened to play an instrument very similar to this one. And whenever David would come and play his instrument for King Saul, the voices would go away and Saul would feel really peaceful and calm. And so that's a very early example of how music can be used to help someone. And I think that was sort of connecting Saul with God and feeling the peace of God. So that's what we're going to do now, if you're willing to. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're like at school with all your friends, or if you're at home with your parents, or if you're on your own. But find somewhere where you can kind of either sit kind of quietly and comfortably. You could lie down if you want to do this. It can be quite powerful if you lie down and do it. And in a minute, I'll invite you to close your eyes. But if you want to keep your eyes open, that's absolutely fine. And you'll be sort of sitting still for sort of 3 or 4 minutes while the music plays. So sit somewhere comfortable, maybe where you won't be disturbed. And now, if you're sitting or lying, close your eyes if you'd like to. And then we'll take some deep breaths. And when we're blowing out, we'll blow out quite slowly, as if you're blowing out a candle. Okay, so breathe in with me. And then breathe out. And breathe in again. And breathe out. And one more time, deep breath in and breathe out. And then breathe however is comfortable for you. And now just be aware of your body. What does your body feel like? Like your face? Do you need to move it around a little bit? What about your neck and your shoulders? How are they feeling? Are you feeling relaxed or tense or achy? And your arms and your fingers, you might want to stretch a little bit. And your body, and your legs and your toes. Just be aware of your body, how it feels. And now, I wonder what you're thinking. What's in your mind? Is there anything you're worried about? Anything you're excited about? And how are you feeling today? Happy, sad, bored, nervous? And then as the music begins, just let the music wash over you and see what happens. So that's the end of the music. You might want to wriggle around a little bit, stretch again. If you had your eyes closed, you can open them again now. And I wonder what happened while you were listening to the music. Did anything happen? It may not have done. What did you think of the music? How's your body feeling now? Has anything changed? What's going on in your mind? Are you thinking about something else? How are you feeling? So that's it. We've finished this little video for today. I'd really encourage you to talk to someone about what that was like. Someone that you trust, so maybe a friend or a teacher or a parent, someone in your family. Just talk to them. Talk to them about what that was like and wonder about what it might mean. Could that have been God speaking to you, or is it just something random? I don't know, but I pray that that was a positive thing for you, and maybe I'll see you in another video sometime. Okay? Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.